YouTube video number 1. If you're here, I wish I could go to the camera and give you a hug right now because it really does mean a lot to me for you to be taking time out of your day to come over here and support what I'm trying to do with this whole YouTube channel, and that doesn't go lightly to me. I really do care a lot. If you're here, let me know if you're watching this video right now. Take a picture, send it to me if you follow me on IG or if you got my personal number. Reach out to me, let me know so I can show some love back to you because I really do appreciate that. You know, if you've been following the IG stuff, you kind of know the gist about kind of what this whole channel is going to be about. You know, personal development. Like, let's grow as a group together. Let's move forward. You know, there's no sense of competition. I think that as humans, we should be here to inspire each other and lift each other up, because I think, you know, the whole concept of working together, you can go a lot farther when you work with people and you help people and you inspire people, and the world will be a better place rather than if just everyone is in the sense of, you know, only care about me and will look out for me, stuff like that. So I'm really excited to be here and be sharing my journey, my message, and, you know, hopefully bringing a lot of value to you guys through this channel. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited. I feel like I'm taking a little step towards, you know, the direction of where I want my life to be one day. So today I just kind of want to do an overview a little bit about, you know, who am I, why am I here, you know, what to expect from this channel, a little bit why I do want to do these types of videos and create this type of channel, and talk about maybe a second about people who inspire me, and leave you off, of course, the reason why you're here is to get something valuable, a piece of advice that I want to give you. I think it's a really good one. It's very simple, but sometimes it's the simplest things that make the biggest difference in our life. Now, in a funny quote before I get into it, I heard this guy once say, he's like, humans love things that are complicated. Like, when you say something complicated, they think you're profound and educated and so smart in things. But it's really like the person who can break things down and make it so simple. But then the funny thing is humans, these simple things, we tend to overlook them because we don't, like, we think the complicated things are more like, oh my god, this is amazing. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So who is Mike, man? Who am I? You might want to know. I don't know, since you're spending some time watching these videos, you might have watched some IGTV videos. I mean, at the core of it, I mean, obviously you can go pretty deep into that message, man. I'm just a guy. I'm born and raised in Orange County. I got beautiful family. 2 parents, Steve, Dar. I love them a lot. And my siblings and my family is everything to me, really. It's part of the thing of why I do everything I want to do. I'm a big family person. But man, I'm just a guy who grew up making a lot of the wrong decisions. And if you know me on a personal level over some period of time now, you know, like, through some of the struggles and stuff that I've been through. And like, things are different because, like, when you grow up, and I'm just being bluntly honest here, like, I wasn't a kid that grew up in the hood and stuff like that, and like tough situations were just brought to me that I was forced to deal with. You know, like, I didn't have to deal with, like, you know, getting shot on my way to school or like stuff like that. Like, I wasn't put into these types of circumstances. No, I was the dumb ass kid who brought the circumstances and brought the hurt and stuff toward them through the decisions I made. So, you know, I'm just someone who's had a lot of experience of doing the things that don't work for you and going through a lot of the hurt and going through a lot of the struggles of things like that, and then having to pick yourself back up and brush your shoulders off and, you know, moving forward in life and finding out how to redefine yourself. That's who I am. Someone who's just went through a lot of pain, who said, you know what, fuck this. This isn't who I want to be. This is not what I want to do. I don't want to be the dumb shit kid who's always trying to, you know, wear this ego on his shoulder and feels better than people and feels like he always needs to be the attention, the star of the show, and doing stupid shit and stuff to prove that he's cool. I don't want to be that guy anymore. I don't want it. It's too much. I wanted to change, and, you know, that's the beauty of life, is we can make decisions for ourselves when we want to change and change. And that's what I did, man. I started spending some time alone by myself, lost some friends, lost a lot of peace of mind in the process, but, you know, slowly I rebuilt, and through all those tough times I went through and spent a lot of time by myself, just, you know, growing and becoming more aware of the things that I needed to work on in life to be able to move forward and, you know, start really understanding of who the person I wanted to be in this life, you know. So real quick, like, who I strive to be and who I want to become is, I know I want to be I want to be someone who just inspires people. I'm a businessman. I have a company that I'm building right now. It's a marketing agency. I have a love for business, a love for the game. I want to make a lot of money. And with that being said, it's not because of greed. Money is a tool, it's an object that you can use to do a lot of good. And I would love to be a vessel of just, showing support and love to people who need it. And I think money is a great thing and a great tool that you can use to make a lot of impact in a positive ways in communities and in people's lives. And I would love to be able to do that. So, why YouTube? Why did I make the whole switch from IG to YouTube? This is a quick answer. On IG TVs, when I'm posting, I'm just posting it out there, and who wants to see it wants to see it. YouTube's different. You're here because you chose to be. Like, you're here because you might have seen me post about it on IGTV, and you're like, I want to go check out the video, or you saw it because you're searching and you searched my name or however it was. You're here because you want it to be. You're here, and that's what I want. I want to cultivate a community of people who, listen to me because they want to listen to me, and, like what I have to share and see the value in it, and maybe themselves, they want to get involved with what I do, and they would love to come on the show and talk about their testimonies and things like that. I really want to cultivate a community here. I think YouTube is a great place to do that. So yeah, that's what we're here. What to expect from this whole YouTube experience, man. Every week's gonna be raw. So what to expect is you're gonna get great advice. Like, I'm not some type of guy who I want to get on these videos and I want to talk like my chest is up and I'm talking down to you and telling you, hey, this is what you need to do, this is the advice you need to take, and I was there and I did this and I'm better and you get here and this and this and this, because it's sometimes hard to relate. No, and that's not what I want this channel to be about, and I do not want you to expect that. Like, I'm still very much like a pupil. I'm ground zero. Like, I want to do this channel and be able to just talk about the things that I'm still experiencing in life, and some of the experiences that I might have already gone through that maybe some of you are going through. Like, I want this to be real. I want you to be able to relate to this channel where you come on and it's practical advice of things that I'm going through, and advice to what I'm doing to cope with those things. I spend a lot of time in personal development with reading books, with watching podcasts, with watching trainings, with going to masterminds and things like that, where, I like going through that content on a weekly basis, and then at the end of the week say, what are these pieces of content that I'm going through and learning about right now, and what are some of the life struggles and things that I'm going through, and how can this relate, and maybe what are other people going through, and how can we make something that's really impactful, that you're talking from truth, you're not trying to be someone you're not going to be, but you're speaking from your own experience, from your heart, from what goes through your mind, and just share that with people. So I guess to answer what to expect is just expect me to be vulnerable, expect me to be honest, expect me to be caring, empathetic, understanding. Like, expect me to give it my all, and expect this show to be so fucking amazing. And I say that happily, man. Like, I want this show to be fucking amazing, and I want you to come here, and I want people who watch these videos to get a lot of value. Part of the reason why I do this is I don't my question's not hard, but I just, when something that you get involved in, or you try something for the first time, and the way that it makes you feel, you're like, man, this is what I like to do, man. Like, this is fun. I want to keep doing some of this. And I just remember maybe a couple years ago, or a year and a half, I don't remember exactly, like, I started trying to just share a little bit of the story of me and my growth, because, like, share it. And just one or two people might have said something positive, that they got something from it. And it was just like, I loved being able to share something that people felt valuable and felt like they got something from, and it helped them, and it's something that they needed to hear. And why I do this is because I truly think that to inspire is the highest form of, like, the highest human act that you can do. And that's what I want to do here. I want to inspire people to become better, to be better, not for other people, but better for themselves, to show up for themselves better. That, we all go through tough parts in life. We all go through the troughs, the valleys, the lows, and we're all going to go to the highs as well too. Why I do this is just to share and let you know that, I'm here going through it with you as well too. And the goal of this is to just create a huge movement. And help a lot of people. Like really, at the end of the day, I'd love to just build a community and movement where people in this community are helping other people, extending advice, and just a thing of love, man. That's what this is all about. And real quick, I want to talk about who inspires me. There's a ton of people who inspire me. I'm gonna just give you 3 people real quick. One is my dad. You know, growing up, my dad, I didn't look up to my dad a lot because he was different than what I wanted to be. Like my dad, I want to be a businessman and things like that, and that's not what my dad is. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when I started to go through get out of the ignorance phase of my life of me thinking I knew everything and stuff like that, and I started to just be more compassionate and try to understand people better, I started to really understand a lot about my dad, and he's a really good guy, man. Has a lot of patience, has a lot of love for people. He doesn't talk too much, like in terms of, you know, like I'm a talker. Like I talk about goals and this is what I want to do. One thing I noticed about my dad, he doesn't talk too much about things, man. He just does them, and I really, I respect that about my dad, and he's someone I really look up to. He's helped me a lot in my life of just all the hectic, you know, war and stuff that I created within my household and in my parents' life. His love's never faltered from him, man. As mad as he's been and all the things that I put through him, he's always been there to love me and help me, and I really appreciate him for that. Second person is gonna be my Uncle Robert. That was like my second dad growing up, always watching me, and he's just been someone who I've seen the successive highs of him working hard, and then also of him like when he went bankrupt and foreclosed on his home, and I was there to just watch this man completely rebuild himself back up into where he is today. And I just really respect my uncle, and he's someone who inspires me a lot. And then lastly is, out of family, this guy Nipsey Hussle, right here. I'm a big Nipsey Hussle fan, and real quick why that is just like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not from the hood, I'm not some type of hood kid and stuff like this, but I just felt like I was a kid who made a lot of bad decisions and stuff like that. And I was into hip hop and rap music, and when I heard this guy, like I always had aspirations of business and making money and doing cool things and stuff like this. This guy just stood out to me. Like he was this guy here who was like this rap guy whose music I liked, but also talked about like business and inspiring and getting better and doing all these things. And even though in the moment when I first saw him, I didn't pay attention to those things, it was more his music and this guy's cool and he talks about business and stuff. But when I really started to pay attention to Nipsey Hussle and listen more about him, this guy just is like phenomenal genius, phenomenal genius, man, and he has a true good heart. And I think that's what I look for most in people. That's what inspires me. It's like, it's not the Mark Cubans and, you know, these guys who, I'm not saying that they don't, but like money doesn't inspire me. It's people who have heart and compassion and also do those things inspire me. Because I'm not impressed by like you making $1 million a day. You know, I'm impressed by like if you can make money, but you treat people with love and kindness, and you got empathy and you got compassion for people. You don't think you're better. Like those are the types of people who inspire me. So that's it. So that's kind of like a little overview about this whole channel, like what to expect, why I do this, why I'm really excited about everything and moving forward, and who inspires me and stuff. Now for why you're here. And you know, that whole little pre-talk that I just gave won't be in further videos. We just get to the meat and potatoes of it. We jump right in, you know. So piece of advice for today is something I've been thinking a lot about lately. It's something that I heard maybe 7-8 months ago, and it's just always constantly in the back of my head. And it's so fucking important that you think about these things. It says, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Every time you say yes to something, you say no to something else. When I heard this, it was like, oh, hit me where it hurts. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I got stuff to do. I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. I'm trying to build a business. I need to get clients. I need to like focus on my craft and keep getting it better and stuff like that. But something comes up and then I'm like, oh, it's a friend's birthday, or you know, some of my friends are doing this on the weekend, or they're doing Taco Tuesday or something like that, and I'm saying, yeah, I'll go. But I don't realize that when I'm saying yes to this, I'm saying no to the things that I say truly matter to me, like, you know, building a business and doing things like this. So this is what you gotta understand, man. If you're trying to manifest greatness and success, and you want things that are different than what other people want, because not everyone wants all this, man. Not everyone wants a big house, you know, and being able to live where you want and live the lifestyle that you want and be able to be a blessing with money and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people just want to fit in, and I'm not don't deem those people as bad. That's fine. But if you want things different, if you want a different lifestyle and different than what the normal is, you gotta be different. Like, things are not gonna be the same. Like, you can't say yes to what everyone else is doing. Like, when they're zigging, you gotta be zagging. So your time is valuable. You gotta be fucking conscious of your time and like something quick. This is why it's important to plan out your weeks and plan out your days, because if you don't even know what you're doing, it just is like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'll go there. But when you plan out your day and you work from a schedule, that's you realize, like, fuck, I got things to do. I can't be doing this, because if I say yes to this, I'm saying no to the things that I say truly matter. I say I want to be an inspiration. I say I want to make a lot of money. I say I want to have a company that changes the world. But if I keep saying yes to these things, I'm saying no to that consistently. And that's where you end up. That's how losing is created. Are you not losing? This is why you're not getting to where you fucking want to. You know? And that's the story of my life, is because I've been doing this whole entrepreneur thing for a year and a half, 2 years, and I'm not some God-given sent guy that just gets business. I have to work extremely hard. But maybe why things have taken a little bit longer for me to get to where I want in life has been because of that very reason. And that's why I want to share that with you, is because that's something that it's very, very important that we have to understand, is that when we're saying yes to things, we're saying no to something else. And if you want different, you gotta be different. You gotta be willing to make the sacrifices, and it's gonna be worth it in the end. It's about, understanding that those little things done over time, and like, I wrote down little things, and that's where I want to go with it. And it's a lot of times it's the little things that we say yes to that we don't think make a big deal or are a big deal, that are the biggest deals. Because a lot of times, like, it's the unimportant things that we don't show up for, that we're like, oh, I can skip this, or I don't gotta do this. Of course I can go. I can do it tomorrow. And the inconsistency builds up. But it's like doing the little things that we think are unimportant and paying attention to them and being able to say yes to them and no to the other things that really move the clock forward. Because I don't know if it's whatever you believe in, God, the universe, and things like this, divine timing. Like, when you show a consistent discipline to show up every day for yourself and your business and what you say that you want, things just happen. Like, I don't know how it works, divine timing, but things just start to creep into your life, and you have to be able to go through those little, the universe has to be able to see, like, hey, he's serious about what he says, like, he actually wants this, So schedule your shit out. That's the tip for the day. If you're here and you watch this far, this is the first time I've ever done this. It's obviously my first time on YouTube. Drop a comment below and just let me, say hashtag watched, or or write your favorite thing that you got from this video, or what you're excited most about the channel moving forward and stuff like that. Share it with someone if you think someone should tune into this channel. Or also comment people that maybe you think that I should connect with. Like, if you are like, man, dude, I know this guy, he's a business guy, he's really smart, you should have him on your YouTube channel and do a video with him and stuff like that and talk about his testimony. It's really good. I would really like that. Anyway, but also, if you want to talk to somebody, you can always reach out to me on Instagram, my cell phone, stuff like that. Get a hold of me if you need someone to, just hear you out, talk with. Business, goals, shit you're going through, talk about shit that I'm going through if you just want to listen, So I'm really excited that you're here. It means a lot to me if you watch the video all the way through. Stay up. It's Monday. You have the best day, and have the best week, man. Set the week. You're the boss. You're in control. Let's go. Thank you, guys.